Welcome to race 4 of the Allied Downhill Racing. In the first 3 races, the 88 and the 53 have taken a very sizable lead over the rest of the field. 88 has been almost unstoppable, and today they're going to be the first ones to go. So Noah Gregson and Garrett Smith, here we go. Start us off. Garrett Smithy out to the early lead. Noah Gregson falls several car lengths behind the 53 as those two set the field. Next we have the 43 of Eric Jones and the 42 of Ross Chastain, who's had a very quiet season. He's been consistently getting top fours, just not closing out. So, there they go. Ross Chastain side by side with Noah Gregson having a bumper over top of him. And Eric Jones falls well in front of the 88 and 42, just the 53, still several car lengths ahead. Next we have the 13 of Landon Castle and the 15 of J.J. Yaley. J.J. Yaley falls behind his Brickware Racing teammate. Only half a car length separate those two, and then it's 2 car lengths to the back of Eric Jones. So pretty good run by those two. Excuse me if they're not in the frame. There we go. Now all the cars are in the frame. You get to see the starting. So anyways, next we have Austin Cindric and William Byron. Not to mention this is also the patriotic race, so I put in as many patriotic cars, or close to patriotic cars as I could, due to Memorial Day. So yeah, pray for those that were lost defending our country, and yeah. So take note, and back to the action. Austin Cindric and William Byron. Austin Cindric falls behind J.J. Yaley into 3rd place, in front of Eric Jones, Noah Gregson, Ross Chastain, and William Byron. The 13 falls very far behind the rest of the field. He most likely will not be moving on. Next we have the 17 of Chris Buescher and the 1 of Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch drives very far into the field, gets ahead of Austin Cindric side by side with him actually, into 3rd place. So Kurt Busch looking likely to be in the round of 8. Next we have the 40 of Jamie McMurray and the 21 of Matt Benedetto. Jamie McMurray goes for a tumble as Matt Benedetto veers off track, with Jamie McMurray having a barrel roll, nowhere even close to showing any speed. Just comes off the track. Matt Benedetto, because he spun out actually, I don't know if they make contact or anything, but Matt Benedetto is outside of the top 8 at the moment. So tough luck for those two. Next we have the 99 of Daniel Suarez, running the same pace scheme he finished 2nd in, or 2nd or 4th. Those one of the, and then the patriotic Kevin Harvick. So here we go. Kevin Harvick goes nowhere. He landed oddly at the bottom of the ramp and just lost all of his momentum. Daniel Suarez jumps up in front of Ross Chastain. So he is inside of the top 8, but he is 3 wide with Noah Gregson as well. So see what he can do from that position. See if he can hold on to the round of 8. Next we have the 34 Michael McDowell, the 9 of Chase Elliott. Both running different paint schemes. Chase Elliott makes a very far run up into 2nd place. Michael McDowell not far behind in 4th. All the same gaggle of cars. So great run by those two. I did not expect that from them, as they are around mid-pack when it comes to the point standings. They're 15th, and 16th. It's not having the greatest years or seasons, but maybe this race they can turn it around. Next we have the 12 of Ryan Blaney and the 5 of Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson running a patriotic scheme for Memorial Day. Kyle Larson hits the bottom of the ramp, slides off the track, running backwards. Keep falling against that. Anyway, Ryan Blaney just goes nowhere at the bottom of the racetrack. So tough luck for those two. Very similar to Matt Benedetto and Jamie McMurray. Anyways, next we have the 95 of Casey Payne and the 48 Alex Bowman, also running a patriotic paint scheme. The 48 punches the 99 into the top 8, however, sacrifices his own being and fails to make it into the top 8. But that was a massive collision that punched him up into the top 8. Daniel Suarez falling back into 6th place, or 7th actually, excuse me, but Alex Bowman 4 wide outside of the top 8. You can only hope to get pushed as well. Next we have Austin Dillon and the 6 of Ryan Newman. Both hit the bottom of the track and flip upside down. Poor Mickey, he chose that car out of Austin Dillon being his favorite, because I see him in a lot of different series, always running the 3. But these 3 cars this year not having a great run at all. The 78 of BJ McLeod and the 7 of Corey LaJoy are up next, so let's see how they go. Both spin out towards the left side. BJ McLeod makes a small amount of contact with Ryan Blaney, but does not progress anywhere. Both well outside of the top 8. And as things stand, Garrett Smithley, Chase Elliott, JJ Yaley, Michael McDowell, Kurt Busch, Austin Cindric, Daniel Suarez, and Eric Jones are your top 8. Next we have the 41 and the 23 of Cole Custer and Bubba Wallace. Toyotas, though Bubba Wallace being the first Toyota to go, Toyotas are just not having a great season. None of them have made it to the top 8, except Denny Hamlin like once. But tough luck for those. And then next we have the 38 and the 8 of Anthony Alfredo and Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick makes a lunge at the top 8, but does not get anywhere close to it. Poor Alex Bowman though, he might have had the speed to take the lead because he was carrying a lot of speed when he punched the back of Daniel Suarez. So, anyways, next we have the Toyota Joe Gibbs Racing teammates of Christopher Bell and Denny Hamlin. Toyota, like I said, not having great runs. Denny Hamlin finishing the higher of the 2, but will probably be the highest Toyota. We still have 2 of them left, but just Toyota not having a good season. Denny Hamlin, the highest running, and he's still like well outside of the top 8, so tough luck for them. And next we have the 18 of Kyle Busch and the 14 of Chase Briscoe. Both of them failing to barely even get off the track. Chase Briscoe, I believe, made contact with Kyle Busch going down the track and slowed him down. But Chase Briscoe goes barrel rolling at the bottom. There have been a lot of flips today. So tough luck for all those. Next we have the 10 of Eric Almirola and the 19 of Mark Truex Jr. Neither of them making even a close run towards the top 8. So tough luck for them. Toyota will not, for the 4th race in a row, will not be going into the top 8. Denny Hamlin might have gone once, but they're by far the worst manufacturer. Next, we have Brad Keselowski and Joe Logano, Penske teammates. Here we go. Brad Keselowski makes a very deep lunge, but just takes it nowhere. And your top 8 remains the same as I called out earlier. You have Garrett Smithley, Chase Elliott, J.J. Yaley, Michael McDowell, Kurt Busch, Austin Cindric, Daniel Suarez, and Eric Jones. And then it's a pretty big gap between the rest of the field. Noah Gragson being the points leader, first one knocked out. And that's a bad news for him because he could lose the points lead to the 53. If the 53 were to win this race, he can make some serious gains. And I'll set up the rest of the field and see you guys in a few seconds. Okay, here we go. Top 8. Daniel Suarez can say his thanks to Alex Bowman because Alex Bowman punched him up into the 8th position. So really good look for Daniel Suarez. See if they can make anything out of it. Anyway, first up, we do have Daniel Suarez and Eric Jones. Daniel Suarez jumps up in front of Eric Jones, and they set the field for the round of 8. Next, we have Austin Cindric and Kurt Busch. Neither of them overtake Daniel Suarez. And the answer is no. Daniel Suarez holds his lead. Austin Cindric having a very quiet season, but he's holding his own, running in the 3rd position at the moment. Now, can Daniel Suarez hold his lead over top of J.J. Yaley and Michael McDowell? I was saying it was Chris Buescher for a second. Can either of them overtake Daniel Suarez to secure themselves a run at the race win? And both of them do. Both J.J. Yaley and Michael McDowell will be moving on. Daniel Suarez and Kurt Busch on the danger zone. If both cars overtake, both of them will be knocked out. If only one does, Kurt Busch will be knocked out. But we have Chase Elliott and Garrett Smithley. Will either of them be able to knock out Daniel Suarez and Kurt Busch and secure themselves in the top 4? No, they don't. Chase Elliott makes a pit maneuver move on Garrett Smithley. I guess protecting his Hendrick teammate from losing the points lead. But Chase Elliott hits Garrett Smithley. Chase Elliott sacrificing himself, going into 8th place. But Garrett Smithley gets his top 4 run taken away from him as Michael McDowell actually wins round 2 with J.J. Yaley following. And then you have Daniel Suarez and Kurt Busch. The rest are knocked out. So tough luck for those two in the back. They didn't even get anywhere close to making it to the top 4. So see you guys in a few seconds. Now Noah Gragson will hold his points lead as there is only 2 positions separating him and Garrett Smithley. But Garrett Smithley must be furious with Chase Elliott at the moment. But Chase Elliott just prevented Garrett Smithley from making some serious points gains. Now he only gains 2 points instead of the probable 20. Next we have Daniel Suarez, Kurt Busch, Michael McDowell, and about the last driver, J.J. Yaley. Yeah, they will be fighting for the race win. So which one of these can do it? Well, one way to find out. Here we go. Kurt Busch will not be winning as he flips off the ramp. He has done that so many times this season. It's he is probably the one driver who's flipped the most off the track. Next we have J.J. Yaley and Michael McDowell. Can either of them overtake Daniel Suarez and take the win away from the Trackhouse Racing Chevrolet? Michael McDowell does, and he will win race 4 over Daniel Suarez, J.J. Yaley, and Kurt Busch.